I think we can all learn from each other, regardless of our gender. I think that, we all can teach each other something.
Welcome to the Woman Angler and Adventurer podcast, inspiring real women with a passion for fishing and the outdoors to go get their adventure on. Now, here's your fearless host, Angie Scott.
Hey, it's Tuesday, and that means it's time for another episode of the Woman Angler and Adventurer podcast. This week, I'm speaking with multi-species angler from Ottawa, Canada. She's an international writer, public speaker, fishing guide, and video creator named Ashley Ray, aka She Loves to Fish. Ashley's done a lot to promote women in fishing, teaching ladies to fish, and much, much more. The adventurous Jennifer Pudens told me about Ashley, and you've got to check out her website, shelovetofish.com. That's T-O, not a number 2, so sheloves2fish.com, as well as her YouTube channel. Exciting news for Ashley since we recorded this episode just a few weeks ago. She kind of hinted at a boat announcement that she couldn't quite reveal the details on yet, but I'm happy to announce she's rocking an Alumnicraft Trophy 205 fishing boat this year. It's her 8th year running an Alumnicraft, and this is one of the biggest yet at 20 feet. So I'm excited to see what adventures they have together this year. I grew up fishing in a 16-foot Alumnicraft, and I'm sure they've come a long, long way since the early 80s. All right, with all that being said, let's jump into my conversation with Ashley Ray. Enjoy. Jennifer Pudens, who we've had on the show from Adventurous, had said you were actually the first person she recommended to talk to because of everything that you've done so far in your career to help promote women in fishing, and that's super awesome. So thank you for everything that you've done and continue to do.
Oh, nice. Well, thank you so much, and likewise, thank you as well, because, I mean, as you know, women don't necessarily get a lot of, exposure, and, are not often included in some parts of the fishing industry, and it's definitely changing, which is amazing, but the more women that get involved, the better for everyone.
Yeah, I agree, and it is changing, but at the same time, I get these bass magazines and stuff like that, and it's still very, very, very much male dominated. So I think until we start seeing that balance out a little bit more, we've definitely got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, I totally agree there. And, I think the tournament scene especially is, it's not changing very quickly in that sense, with more women being involved. And, perhaps it's an intimidating aspect of the industry. I know that, I've fished a few tournaments, and I've had some incredible, opportunities and experiences out there. And also there's, things that haven't been so fun, like just being automatically doubted. Like, there's a couple years ago, I fished a tournament on my home water with a friend of mine. We partnered up to fish this big tournament. And throughout the event, people were asking him if I actually knew how to fish. And we ended up winning the tournament, which was amazing. But no one asked me if he knew how to fish. So
right.
It's just odd,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Unfortunately, that still happens quite a bit. So, I've heard stories about ladies backing the trailers down at a ramp and somebody automatically assuming that they need help, and that sort of thing. So.
Yeah, I've got a lot of those stories. Say, of all the reality TV shows out there, sometimes I think there should be one at a boat ramp.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I think a lot of people just maybe get a little bit stressed because there's often people watching and waiting. So, I can understand. I'm always I've been launching my boat for years now, so I feel comfortable with it. But, sometimes people are launching their boat maybe once a year. They drive it to their cottage and it stays there. So,
yep.
Yeah, I think, everyone could just have a little bit of patience with each other, and it would go a lot more smooth.
Yep, I agree. So I was watching some of your YouTube videos, and you do a great job with those, by the way. I guess you've...
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, how long have you been doing those?
Yeah, so actually I had kind of done some videos over the years, but in the past couple of years I've taken, more time and focused more on YouTube, and that's been one of my goals, is to really get focused there. Taught myself how to film and edit, and I enjoy the whole process. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, so it's been a few years, but over the past couple, definitely been more focused on it.
Cool. Well, I was just looking at the one where you pulled up a trout through the ice, and it looked like you had a pretty good group, small group of friends. Do you have a lot of female friends in the area that you're able to go out fishing with?
Well, one thing that's been pretty amazing just through this whole journey is, through hosting some of the women's events that I have over the years, I've had women come on these trips, and I didn't know them at all before, and they've become friends of mine. So, the circle is growing each year with each event, because, as I'm sure when you get together with like-minded people, it's just like an instant connection.
Well, that's great. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about the current situation we're in, because I think it's important for other people out there listening. Everybody's kind of struggling right now with the whole COVID-19 virus, and a lot of people have been having to stay at home and kind of feeling isolated. And we've kind of been bringing it up on all these current episodes because I think it helps people to know that everybody's struggling right now, and we've all been affected by it. And I'm sure even up in Canada, how has it affected you so far? I mean, I don't know if you would be doing any guiding right now, or did you have any major events that had to cancel?
Yeah, so up here in Ontario right now, it's I'm actually pretty impressed with the way that the government is handling the situation. So everyone who is a non-essential worker has been asked to, stay home. A lot of people have been laid off. I'm not working now. I'm not doing any guiding, any events, any travel or anything. I've been home for about a month now. Mm. And, I always try to be optimistic about everything, and I think that this is one of those times that we can all certainly try to be optimistic. I know it's challenging, but I'm at this point, I'm grateful that I'm healthy, and I've been staying home. The only place I've been going is to get groceries, and that is about every other week or every 2 weeks now. So fishing has not been banned here. There's a lot of conversations about that. And, my opinion right now is that, we've been asked to stay home to do our part. And I think that's a pretty easy ask. We're not on any sort of a lockdown where we have to stay home. But, staying home helps. It helps to spread the virus, or it helps to slow the spread. So, I've been taking this time that I have at home because, I have to, but also, we're always so busy now. Mm-hmm. Like previously I was working full time and then doing all of these different projects and pretty much just working all the time and, enjoying it. But to go from like 100 down to 0 is a big adjustment. But, I've been taking the time for myself, getting more exercise, working out at home. I've been taking some online courses and, watching lots of fishing videos and trying to stay connected with people on social media and stay positive as well. So,
from billion-dollar ad budgets and arena naming rights To tens of thousands of retail locations, big wireless providers spend big to appear like they're your only option. How do they afford it all? That big bill you get at the end of every month. Mint Mobile had a different idea. Instead of brick and mortar overhead, Mint Mobile is online only. What does that mean for you? A whole lot of savings, because wireless plans from Mint Mobile start at just $15 a month. That's unlimited talk, text, and data for just $15 a month. You'll save enough that you can get a brand new rod and reel for the upcoming season. For anyone who just hates their phone bill, Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. All plans come with unlimited talk, text, and high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. You can use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan, and you can even keep your same phone number along with all of your existing contacts. By going online only and eliminating traditional costs of retail, Mint Mobile passes significant savings on to you. Switch to Mint Mobile and get premium wireless service starting at just $15 a month. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/waypoint. That's mintmobile.com/waypoint. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/waypoint.
You know, it seems to be that we're here in Ontario, the government's saying that we're approaching the peak, or we're in the peak right now, which means that, you know, people staying home, it's definitely helping. And I have family and friends who are frontline workers, so I think, you know, the least we can do for them is just stay home and get through this.
Right. And what is it? Do they have any kind of time frame as to when you're gonna, like, they're, you know, saying it would be safe to go ahead and get back to work and that sort of thing?
Not yet. I mean, it seems to be, it's kind of like taking it day by day.
Mm-hmm.
So I have no idea. I mean, I've seen all around tournaments are getting canceled. Pretty much any event. I think actually the government asked for all events to be canceled because obviously it's a group gathering.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I really have no idea when the situation will be improving, but taking it day by day.
Yep.
It's been a strange adjustment, that's for sure.
Well, it's good that you're taking the time to, you know, do some online courses and stuff like that. I'm doing the same thing. I'm trying to get my master captain's license. So I have my captain's license, but I want to upgrade. So I'm kind of working on that a little bit here and there, and bunch of other kind of online courses and things like that. It's kind of nice to have time to do that.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's, you know, I don't want to use the word gift because it's obviously very horrible circumstances, but we are given time right now. So, you know, my house is cleaner than ever, but there's things that we, you know, don't normally have time to do, and now we can. So I think, you know, we can all use the time to get ready to learn more about, you know, the species we're targeting, getting back out on the water. There is so much information out there for us, and we're very lucky that way. So
yeah, definitely.
I think that, you know, we can use the time for something good.
Yep, and I think it will be really interesting once we get on the other side of this to see how life changes for people that maybe this has put things into perspective, you know, that we were so busy before, and now, I don't know, it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think that in all of this, we're probably developing some healthy habits. At least that's what I'm trying to do while I'm home.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a really good opportunity for that.
Yeah, and one of the things I saw that you mentioned, studying different species, that you're a multi-species angler, which is really cool. I kind of relate to that. There's not really one species that I just focus on. Do you have any? I do have my favorites, though. Do you have any favorites that you go after?
I do, and actually I had just asked that question on my social media recently just to kind of ask people, but mine I've changed my mind on this question a few times over the years, but really it kind of boils down to walleye being my favorite. That's how I was introduced when I was a child, and I've just gotten more and more into targeting them over the years. And we have some incredible walleye fishing here in Ontario. There's a body of water called the Bay of Quinte, which is a tributary of Lake Ontario. So we get those big migratory walleye coming in the fall, and coming into tighter quarters of the bay, which is still pretty big, but it just opens up an amazing fishing opportunity there. So that's definitely one of my favorites.
I agree. I grew up in Minnesota, so I grew up fishing walleye was my favorite fish to go after. Now that I'm in Tennessee, the lake that I'm on doesn't have any walleye, so I'm kind of been forced to learn bass fishing more, and sometimes catfish, and that's mostly what we have. And crappie, I do enjoy fishing for crappie, but walleye is definitely my favorite. What is it about the walleye that makes it your favorite fish to go after, other than that they can get pretty big?
I just like to figure them out, and there's so many different ways you can fish for them. I do like fishing for them a variety of ways. I target them through the ice as well. But my favorite would have to be trolling it on big water, just like running a trolling program. It can be pretty technical. I do a lot of I've done a lot of seminars on trolling for walleye over the years, but it can get, as I said, pretty technical, and it's really fun to get it dialed in that way. So
I love trolling. I don't know what it is about it, but it's just fun to control the boat and just wait for that reel to start screaming, and you've got something
Absolutely.
on. Yep.
I'm definitely missing that sound right now.
Yeah. This like one of the best times of year, or are you moving into that season, or when's a good time to do that type of fishing up there?
Well, walleye opens up here. It's the first Saturday in May.
Okay.
And I don't think there's any way that I'll be out for opener this year, just with everything going on. But my favorite time to target them is in the fall here, just when we get that big migration push into the Bay of Quinte, because that's when the big ones come in. So, but I love fishing for them in the summer as well, and do casting and stuff like that. So, there's no bad time to catch walleye, but I do like when I have the opportunity to catch big ones. What
kind of things do you got looking forward into 2020, which hopefully once we get past all this, any big things later this summer or fall?
Yeah, so, a lot is kind of on hold at the moment, but it's when things get sort of back to a more normal, or the new normal, I'm really excited to get back to creating YouTube videos. That's been a lot of fun for me. And, a lot of people don't really know that I'm kind of a shy person. So doing the videos and doing presentations and all that kind of stuff has really gotten me more comfortable, even just speaking to the camera. So, fishing is fishing, and I don't feel uncomfortable doing that. It's just some of the other parts of like narrating video and taking people along in the adventure, getting more comfortable with that, which I think is really good. I will be getting a new boat this year, so I haven't really announced any of the details on that. I'm still coordinating everything, but I'm excited about that. Also, I'll be getting back into kayak fishing this year too, which I'm super excited about. Because so kayak fishing was my first. A kayak was my first vessel of my own back in 2011. I'm excited. I've kayak fished for several years, but not recently. So I'm excited to get back into kayak fishing and, guiding, some travel. It really kind of depends how everything plays out, but I'm optimistic that, we will get through this and we will all be able to get back out on the water.
Yeah, I agree. Well, that sounds super exciting, and I certainly couldn't tell that you're the least bit uncomfortable doing YouTube videos. So I recommend everybody go check out your YouTube channel. And what's it called?
Yeah, it's pretty easy. It's She Loves to Fish.
Okay, great. And you're on Instagram and Facebook as well. Any other spots where people should go follow you?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. So if anyone's looking for me, easiest place to find me is my website, which is shelovetofish.com. And, all my links to social media are there. I also have a newsletter that I send out. If you sign up, it'll pop up when you get to the website, and I send out videos and stuff like that. So it's easy to connect with me.
Great. Awesome. Well, we'll put all that in the show notes for this episode. And thank you so much for taking some time to be on the Woman Angler and Adventurer podcast. And we'll continue following your journey. And hopefully we all get back to normal soon. New normal.
I hope so. Well, thank you so much. It was great chatting with you, Angie.